I mean, Lita, we're talking shoelaces. Oh, it's you and me talking shoelaces and fashion. We could do like 5 hours talking shoelaces and fashion.
Fashion is 12.
Hi, I'm Linda. I'm 13 years old. I have autism and severe dyslexia, and my mentors are Chloe and Matt Arnold, and you shall see a picture of them. And also, I love urban, and I love Hollywood, and I love my puppies. And also, this is all about being my autistic self, and also I stumbled there, blah, blah, blah.
Hi, Lita. Welcome to this week's Lita's Tap Styles, where we are on Tap Tuesday, and we are going to talk tap shoelaces. And I think I have the tree on the different color thing, so you're like looking weird. Not weird, but like every now and then the color's changing on your face. And I didn't even have my mic on.
I turned off the light behind me. This
we
is
didn't
the
turn
light
on
you're getting.
We didn't turn on the ring light, and you've got the Christmas tree is changing colors on you. So yeah, it's gonna be what we have attempted multiple times to figure out what we're doing for the podcast this week. It has been a heck of a time. You and I have recorded like 4 different versions, like on different topics even, have we not, Lita?
We have. This is the light you're getting. You're going to have to deal with it. Be crazy.
Like, it's Christmassy themed, holiday season. This one has been Adele. We even recorded another one earlier today that I got through it. I'm like, no, different Adele. We went to North Pole this morning to try and relax a bit. Did we not, Lita?
Yes. S'mores. Yes. S'mores. Yes. S'mores.
Okay. For people who don't live in Colorado Springs or Colorado, we have Santa's Workshop at the North Pole up in Cascade.
S'mores.
Lita's favorite thing to do is go get s'mores at Santa's Workshop.
S'mores dog. S'more dog. Somebody make that a plushie. Make that a thing. S'more dog. Bim boom.
There are like other things to do, like a Ferris wheel on the side of a mountain, which you refused to do. Then we came home. I was supposed to do stuff. You think you saw Kansas from there? It is possible you saw Kansas from there. You went on it once. I don't think we're getting you on the Ferris wheel ever again. Your whole thing is we go up there.
I
think you pretty much had a meltdown on that Ferris wheel.
I didn't cry. I just stopped breathing.
Yeah, let's not do that again. Anywho, so yay to that. We have had some interviews today on other podcasts. We cannot wait to share with you all the podcasts we're going to be on in the next couple months. Let's get to today's episode. It is Tap Tuesday. We are not going to go over choreography. We are actually going to go over something that goes with tap and autism at the same time. You are holding up your tap shoe because we're going to talk about shoelaces. Are we not, Lita? Well, you drink your mocha frappuccino with no whipped cream, and I drink my pathetic, well, it's not pathetic. It's my version of a secret menu recipe where you do your vanilla sweet cream cold brew with the peppermint chocolate on top, and it kind of tastes like a peppermint mocha cold brew. So let's discuss the shoelaces.
And I have no snowman cookie because apparently snowman cookies aren't a thing anymore. And if they had a snowman cookie still this year, I would have a snowman cookie.
That is Lita for Dear Starbucks, bring me back my snowman cookies. This is what I look forward to every holiday season. Correct, Lita?
Last time it did not work out for you. I don't care if there's a penguin cookie. That's just a round freaking cookie. And unlike a penguin cookie, there's only one alive snowman, and that is Frosty, so I don't feel bad eating a snowman. I feel bad eating a penguin.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Fun. How do I go back to shoelaces from that? Shoelaces! Important information here. Shoelaces after the snowman cookie rant. Also, if you happen to have a good dupe for the Starbucks snowman cookies, if you're on YouTube, leave it in the comments below. Pretty please, right, Lita?
There are more than one penguin species. I feel bad for eating a penguin cookie. That species of penguin. I don't even know. I don't care if it's a cookie. It has
I
eyes,
get it.
and I can see its soul.
Yeah, so Lita would like some good dupes for the snowman cookies from Starbucks. If you're not on YouTube, do us a favor, text us if you're on the podcast, listening to this on your favorite podcast service. You can text us for most of them.
Are we doing shoelaces?
Yes, well, I feel like you need the snowman cookies or I'm going to go bonkers this holiday season. So, dupe recipes are being accepted here. Shoelaces. One thing people do not think about with autistic kids or autistic adults is tying shoelaces is hard and it will never get easier. And people sit there and think it's like some crazy thing. But if it wasn't so hard, you wouldn't have to go to OT for it. Now, would you, Lita? You're giving me a look. No, I mean, even as an adult, I have a hard time with certain shoelaces. You have an amazingly hard time with shoelaces on your tap shoes. The really thin, cute little dress shoes. Go ahead, microphone. The shoelaces that came with your Sodonsatelas, your favorite tap shoes. How hard are they for you to tie? Into the mic. If you could verbalize it, it would be helpful.
I will find the tiny sword fight you and stab you in the chest a million times until your little shoelace heart stops beating. Die.
So Jack Elvis won't come down here and do podcasting with us, but he will bark incessantly upstairs with your dad. This is where we're at right now. They're adorable. No, not those shoelaces. Those shoelaces you can tie. The flat shoelaces are a lot easier to grab and to tie, are they not? You have the microphone. You don't have to just. But no, like comparing the two styles of shoelaces, the very thin shoelaces or the flat Sodonsa eat sleep dance shoelaces. Which one can you tie easier?
Lunch. Also, I
Shoelace-
will not see what you shall go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe.
You're showing your Sodonsa eat dance sleep shoelaces for the tap shoes. They come in like a gazillion different colors. Those are the red ones. I don't know the name of the red ones off the top of my head. You have every single one. I don't think it was Billy Vampire Red. But one thing dance teachers have continuously not understood when I have told them about you and your autism is you cannot tie shoelaces to save your life. Now you can tie those and you can get the shoelaces fairly tight. But in the original shoelaces, you can tie them. And dance teachers are like, oh, that's a problem because she's pick an age where you should be able to tie your shoelaces. And all I want to go is, hi, have you heard of autism? It actually is a problem tying shoelaces in autism. Small motor skills, gross motor skills are a problem. Are they not, Lita, Virginia?
Things that were supposed to help me learn how to tie shoes failed. They had big shoelaces. They had big, gigantic, really chunky shoelaces.
Yes. And people are like, why can't you do this from ear to here? Go from the big, chunky, easy to handle, easy to hold shoelaces, and then take them to the very thin, hard to handle shoelaces. And you're like, hello, are you crazy? This is not the same thing. Is it the same thing, Lita?
Only thing when I think of them saying that is, and yet I'm better with, I don't know, any sort of animal meeting me, and you want terrible and I'll get out because you scared the life out of those freaking animals because apparently to you screaming is an introduction to a poor kitten. I haven't seen any
Okay,
of them
let's
scream to a kitten.
put a pin in that and come back because I'm not sure which story you're talking about there. But no, like when they give you those big chunky shoelace puzzles where you're supposed to lace the shoelace with those big old pieces of yarn and then tie the shoelace, how the heck does that translate to tying the shoes? I do hope I was on during that. No, but do you agree with me on that one, Lita? Okay, Lita, you have to, okay, throwing things at the camera is not telling.
Yes, I agree. I want to throw a boulder at the earth, but yes, I agree. Well, technically, that would be a meteorite to the Earth, but yeah.
How many times have I tried to explain to dance teachers that you cannot tie your shoelaces?
I stopped counting at like 162.
Per teacher sometimes, 162 times per teacher, where I'm like, she can't tighten her shoelaces. She can't pull the shoelaces tight enough. She does not have the motor capability. You can speak into the microphone. This is another reason we are going to come up with the episode for like the new, better episode for the Dance Studio IEP. There'll be a link to a earlier version. But small motor skills and knowing that your child cannot tie their shoelaces. Autism 101. Shoelace tying seems to be a problem across the board, does it not, Lita? You're like, I am sipping my mocha frappuccino with no whipped cream, mother, because I have a whipped cream texture issue.
You don't have to tell everyone that.
Oh, but it is really funny when we go to Starbucks and most of the baristas go, I do have this issue.
Yes, the whipped cream tastes terrible.
And I like it on things like key lime pie.
Just you.
We have a key lime pie upstairs because I said if I could do an IEP thing in 30 seconds or less, I would not have to bake a key lime pie. And I am now baked you a key lime pie because I did not make it. And that will be on TikTok and probably here on the YouTube channel sometime this week. Just the 30-second clip of me failing miserably. But this is one of the reasons I think Autistic Wings differs. And I think autistic tap dancers are misunderstood. What is your dad having those doggies do above us?
Kill someone? Kill something? Kill a goose?
I hope it's not lamb chops and that Jack hasn't gotten a hold of lamb chops.
Sure, she would be dead. And there would be blood. And he would be dragged down here.
The larger flat shoelaces are easier to work with. The number of dance teachers who do not understand you may be 13 and able to do complicated tap steps. That does not translate into I'm able to tie my shoelaces.
Hello, yes, if I can barely hold the pen really at all without getting cramps in my fingers, even if I hold the pen right, I'm pretty sure you just can't tie a shoelace.
And this is something neurotypical teachers don't think of. And they're not sitting there thinking, oh, my student who's autistic, who is a level 1 ASD autistic student.
I'm better at riding in chicken. I'm pretty sure I can't tie my shoes. I'm better at riding in chicken.
You mean chicken scratches?
In chicken.
We're going to pretend you know phrases. No, not that I have ever told you to stop, but when it comes to things like going up on your toes, your shoes have to be tied tight. And I'm sitting there going, someone needs to be backstage checking this. And they're like, well, if Lita can't do it, Lita's just not mentally capable of doing things. And it's like, I don't know if you understand how many autistic people can't tie their shoelaces.
Yes, this happened when I was a baby. I still remember, but if you yell at a kitten, it will.
I have no clue what the kitten thing is about. We're going to have to discuss that offline. No, but we are going to talk about, I know a few people have complained about eat, sleep, dance shoelaces from Sodanza for God knows what reason. But for you, I have to admit, they've been a lifesaver in a lot of ways because I am no longer having to tie your dance shoes. Are you paying attention or did you zone out, Lita? There have been some people. Okay. I asked you a question and you didn't respond. So would you like me to re-answer it? I don't get asked anymore by you to tie your shoelaces. I think the eat, sleep, dance shoelaces have been a lifesaver in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Not to mention they come in amazing colors. The only thing I do have you doing is on a regular basis going, Mom, I want to change my shoelaces. Here's the new shoelaces I want in my shoes.
Yes, and also me questioning why this was made for certain people I know size feet and not the rest of the world.
Well, we can cut them if you want me to cut them. I mean, there's no reason I can't. Okay, and I get that. But what I'm saying here is for an autistic dancer, those flat shoelaces, what just happened? You went bye-bye on me. For an autistic dancer, those flat shoelaces do make it a lot easier at your age. And it is at your age. I don't know that it would have helped at 8, 9, 10. But does it ever annoy you? No. I meant if we'd had flat shoelaces, not this size, but flat shoelaces overall. Um, does it ever annoy you that adults think if you can't tie your shoelace, you are not mentally capable of understanding them?
Yes. But they're also the same people who tell a bunch of children to surround a poor little animal that's literally having a
Nita,
mental.
what the heck is this kitten story? Because you are off on this kitten story and have got no clue what you're talking about.
One time it happened in a dream with just some random person in a dream.
We're bringing into a dream story. Okay, got it. Yeah, nothing says ASD and ADHD like I'm going to bring in some random dream to talk about in this podcast because Mom has only been trying to get it done for like 5 days now. No, back to important stuff, like not your dreams at the moment. Does it annoy you when adults conflate being able to have gross or small motor skills like tie your shoelace with being able to understand what blocking is?
Yeah, not really, because they're also the ones who conflate history and science. Unless it's science history, then I get it. But why conflate the two?
Does it ever bother you though that these adults, because I'm not out of left field, how many adults have thought you honestly should be able to tie your shoelaces when they're the small thin ones? They're not going to give you any accommodations for it.
All of them. Also, at least I have one thing going for me. I know science better than them. I know politics better than them. I know history better than them. I know everything that they should know because they're adults better than them.
Including what autism is. And it hasn't been just one or two.
Shush, no. I don't get myself every day.
No, but I mean, there is nothing that should be you not being able to tie your shoes and needing an accommodation of an adult backstage helping you tie your shoes. I don't want to know what you're doing. Should not be taken to mean that you are not as smart as a 3 or 4-year-old.
Sabrina, 4-year-old needed freaking help. I mean, none of us got taught the anything until we were like at least freaking 7.
Yeah, but even then, a lot of autistic kids aren't able to fully tighten that shoe while tying that shoelace until they're in their teens, if ever. That's an amazing small motor skill. And gross and small motor skills are problems with autistic kids. I mean, how many times is your dad yelling at me for not being able to tie my shoelaces or, any other member of the family?
You really can't really tie it. All right.
I am aware, but he makes fun of me not being able to tie mine. So, heck.
He also makes fun of himself not being able to tie his, which is somewhat saddening.
True, but what I'm saying is, even as someone I remember as a child being lectured over and over again over something I could not control. I have not been the sweetest when people are lecturing you over it because it's like, what part of this is part of her autism do you not get?
Yeah, so now I want to badly just stress pet a chinchilla.
Yeah, you do not have a chinchilla, but you have a pitty and who would really love to stress pit.
Yes, but he doesn't really fit in my arms. He likes to think he does, but my arms cannot support the weight of that pit bull.
He does think he's a small lap pitty, and he is a little bit bigger than a lap pitty, is he not? The look I'm getting is like, yes, mommy, and he is a little bit of a chunker at the moment. It's a thing. He stress eats everything.
He's a real piggy. He's a real piggy. He's a real piggy once for week's sake. He's a real piggy.
And he has been told by the vet that he is currently banned from the vet's office because little Mr. Piggy has been eating stuff he shouldn't, like tree bark or grass or leaves. Or, I mean, that dog has at one time it was paper. That dog just likes, if it fits in his mouth, he chews it. Back to the shoelaces up. not only are the Sodonsa Eats Dance Sleep Shoelaces an amazing accommodation for you, they come in a few colors, do they not? And you are now showing everyone all the colors on the screen because, yes, you are. I forgot to call the vet today and tell them he needs his meds. All the colors, all the colors, all the colors, all the colors, all the colors. I think you dropped one on the. That wasn't one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you come up to me and go, Mom, you know what? Next time you're wearing, not on stage, because Chloe would kill you if you do this on stage. But for her. But next time you're wearing your mini polka dot skirt, I think you should wear your red shoelaces with that mini polka dot skirt. No, if you're doing it on stage with Chloe, you're wearing your Chloe and Maud black and whites because that looks so cool in the black and whites. No, there's a lot of colors to choose from.
I will wear my bloody vampire red shoelaces. I don't care for the actual name.
There's lots of colors to choose from. Worry, you did not in any way, shape, or form get paid from Sodonsa to talk about how amazing their shoelaces are, did you? Who are you texting in the middle of a podcast? Who are you texting in the middle of a podcast?
Alan, I'm just looking at my phone.
Yeah, okay. No, I asked a question and you're so busy looking at your phone, you can't answer my question. Is Sodonsa paying you any money to say how great their shoelaces are?
Yeah.
We're just using them as an example, as an actual real life example of something that you would think would be easy peasy pudding pie to do in a dance studio for an accommodation. But it's not because people aren't thinking through this stuff. Because people do keep asking, do they not, Lita, if this can be done if Autistic Wings Dance Company can be done in a traditional studio?
Yes, no.
Yes, they keep asking and no, it can't be.
Yes. Not my fault they're stuck in. We are robots. We are robots in a sense of state of mind AI. I suppose I'm sorry that
And they're
that's
all
how
worried about AI taking their job.
it will at this point. AI's more flexible at this point.
You're right. No, AI is extremely more flexible, I think, than some of these dance teachers because they've been trained, and some of these choreographers have been trained that it has
At
to.
least you can trace AI's programming. That's something.
Abby, you're not wrong. One of the things with Autistic Wings, with specifically TAP, is with our dance IEP that I have printed here because we were going to go do an episode on that, and that went like poorly, did it not? We're gonna accommodate you with shoelace issues. If your kids need us helping them backstage tying shoelaces, I'd rather get their shoelaces tied tight versus have your kids upset and hate tap. What about you, Lita?
And I would also be more flexible than robots.
I think that's one of the things that people don't understand. Well, autism is rigid and rigid and rigid and rigid. And, like it's about getting the autistic person to be a little flexible. The people working with them can't be as rigid, can they?
A robot is definitely going to take over their jobs at this point. I mean, a robot's more flexible. A robot. Beep boop bop bop robot. Robot. A robot. A robot. I mean, at this
I'm not
point, we're
disagreeing.
going to have a real life
I think you're right.
Wally. We're actually going to have Wally and Eva. Wally and
Yes.
Eva are more flexible. Wally and Eva. And I love that.
Eve is extremely more flexible than some of the dance teachers we've met because they have been told and they have been trained that you have to do it a certain way, that these kids all have to be cookie cutter.
Yes, and some days I wonder if they're a human being or somewhat a robot in disguise.
No, I think to a point they've had their creativity taken from them. And I think that's what makes it so difficult to do something like this in a traditional dance studio is even when you're doing stuff, autistic kids don't need to necessarily be in the adaptive dance. You should be able to be in a pre-professional dance with a few accommodations that won't kill anyone. Like let's put in tap shoelaces in your shoes that you can actually tie or help you tie your shoes. Is that going to kill anyone, Lita? putting shoelaces in your shoes that you can actually tie and or having someone help you tie your shoes?
Let's see. Way easier, way easier, way easier, way easier. AI is more flexible than all the human beings combined.
And I mean, this is a legitimate ADA issue.
Because of the robots, they're definitely going to take over your job.
But this is legitimately an ADA issue. This is an Americans with Disabilities Act issue. The question is whether or not you can accommodate in your place of business. And honestly, if you can, just say you can't, right, Lita? But how freaking hard is it to know that some of your kids need help with tap shoelaces?
I don't know, because apparently even freaking AI knows my issues. My issues better.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
Be scared of robots for taking over your job if you're in the dance industry, because apparently they do more research than you on everything.
No, I mean, that is the thing that the entertainment industry is currently worried about is robots taking over and AI taking over. And AI cannot compete with the human brain as far as creativity is concerned. Humans will always be more creative than AI will be. However, if you're not willing to switch with the times and be creative,
Are we sure that at this point, I'm just scared that AI will be more creative than humans, because humans' creativity will be so like. Are you
yeah,
okay?
I think humans will always have a creative side. You're always going to have humans who are not neurotypical, and neurodivergent people will always be more creative than the AI. In my opinion, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I can try to ask AI to write me something when I'm trying to convince people to give Autistic Wings money, and AI spits back, I can't even figure out what Autistic Wings means. AI cannot figure out what Autistic Wings means. It can't figure out the reasoning behind the name of Autistic Wings.
Okay, that one is just weird because it's literally in the name. Autism!
But why are we adding wings to it?
That does make sense, actually, because, well, robot.
But it makes perfect sense to me because you were in the car when I went, oh, Autistic Wings Dance Company, because you're going to have these kids soaring on their wings, but at the same time, a very, very
Birthday.
But what else has wings in it, Lita?
I mean, I like butterflies.
A tap dance wing. A tap dance wing is a wing. So you have the butterflies, which are in the AWDC logo, and then you have tap wings. I mean, and then these kids are kids and adults are soaring on their wings.
Eggs are pretty. They're also poisonous if you eat them twice.
Okay, yes. Let's not discuss monarchs and the poisonous if you eat them twice. Because this is a tap deal. So let's bring it back into tap. I mean, I think a lot of your better tap choreographers have to think outside the box. I think that's also one of the reasons you see a lot of kids go, I want to be a tap dancer. They have all the tech for their tap dancing, but when they're asked to choreograph something, they can't choreograph it. And I think it's because they have thought inside the box so much. That's why you see kids have problems with improv, is because even the teachers can't teach improv, because teaching creativity is fun to begin with. But
So this is why I love babies. They always improv. They just always improv. They're babies. What they do is improv.
I think there's also a deal of some of the best tap dancers have always done amazing improv, but they're trying to convey an emotion through their tap a lot of times. They're trying to convey something. And you can bring it into ballet too, but this is Tap Tuesday, so we're going to focus on tap, but I'll bring it into ballet for 2 seconds for those who don't do tap amongst us. You can have amazing, beautiful Russian tech ballet dancers. ballet dancers who've grown up in the Russian system. They know their text, 6 ways to Sundays. They have no emotion. What's your hum over there? What's wrong? But no, you've heard me say this before. I see some amazing ballet dancers coming out of some of these Russian foundation ballet studios. But like the Russians, they have no emotions.
Russian. Everyone knows by now Russians are. They just always have a cranky face. You just don't know their emotions. Just cranky face. Just a cranky resting face. Just a resting face. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone in their 20s in Russia, but I'm pretty sure they also just have a freaking resting face. They not do emotion.
No, they don't do emotion.
I also feel bad for people who live in Russia.
Saying is you can have some. That's what I'm saying. You can have some amazing tap dancers who know the tech, who can do the tech, who are.
If you look like a robot on stage, I will probably maybe call security on you. If you're not trying to murder anyone, I will say sorry in advance for any future things I do.
No, but there's the thing is these kids and some of these adults have this amazing tech. They just forgot creativity is about the emotion. It's about evoking emotions in others. It's about drawing them into your story. It's about making sure they understand what you're trying to convey, which goes back to these dance teachers are not trying to teach the creativity. They are not robots, but I kind of feel they're not in neurotypical studios. They're trying to teach you the tech, not how to be. They're trying to teach you the tech, but because they're so focused on the rigid tech, they're not able to bend for something as small as shoelaces.
Plus, at least I know robots will take over the physical part of dancing.
No, they won't. I don't know. But the robots aren't even going to take over the designing of the robots because you have to be creative and the robots can't be creative.
I was more thinking you have to have limbs with fingers.
I've seen some of the ones that they're coming up with right now, Lita, and they're pretty decent on doing a lot of that stuff. The problem is creativity is something you're born ingrained in you. It can be taught out of you. It cannot be taught into you.
I mean, you have to have a heart for at least creativity.
You have to have the heart. You have to have the spirit. You have to have the emotions that you can't put in a robot. And that involves also being able to change, to go, this is what we've got to do. A lot of the people who keep coming up to you and I going, why can't this be done? Tell me how we make it work for the neurotypical people, because they can't change to think about how to work for them.
I don't care about your comfort zone with different stuff.
But a thing, it is as small as thinking about the light sensitivities. It's as small as thinking of the sound sensitivities. It's as small as thinking of the texture issues with costumes and with. Why are you laughing? Okay. Yeah, your lighting is hysterically funny today, but we're just going with it. It is as small as thinking, is my dancer feeling uncomfortable when I put them in this position? And if they're uncomfortable in this position, is there a way to, one, make them comfortable, or two, work around that position? I know it takes creativity to teach.
I'm just over here laughing because every time one of the blue lights over here comes on, it looks like there's like some glowing little fairy near me.
Bringing us back to the tap shoelaces, because we've gone so far off topic again today.
We've hit the home goal then.
We were just going to discuss how the shoelaces are amazing, how Sodansa, without meaning to, came up with a very big accommodation for a lot of autistic tap dancers. It'd be great if they had them in different sizes so that we could put our little kids in them who are in Oxford that have like, you know what I'm talking about there. Yeah, but and therein lies another thing. I mean, Lord forbid you teach shuffles a different way than you thought you were going to teach them. It's your I'm not even going to ask what you're doing over there with your wrist. Did you get a cramp in your wrist from holding the mic?
No, I'm getting cramp in the finger that keeps touching the button so I can turn on the mic. Because I'm
That
trying
makes
to
sense.
talk a lot and hold the mic, and it's hurting it's hurting my finger. Why you think I don't talk that much on the podcast?
I don't know. I honestly have no clue a lot of times why you're not talking on the podcast. But yeah, no, shoelaces are a thing with autistic kids. Go fig. It's amazing. Dance teachers, dance shoe companies. It'd be helpful if y'all you have some issues going on over there with your finger. It would be helpful in accommodations. And this is an accommodation you can make without totally changing what your costumes are for your dancers. But this again is why we need some place like Autistic Wings. We need a place where people are honestly thinking your shoelaces need to be something that work for you, not work for the teacher. Correct, Lita? Or the teacher needs to help you with your freaking shoelaces. Seems easy as pie to me. What about you?
Yes.
I'm taking bets on whether or not a snowstorm is blowing in because they've changed the forecast like 500 times this week. Well, let's wrap this up. We are going to put the link for Autistic Wings to donate because we are at our giving season donation campaign. We are trying to raise, Lita's like, yay. We are trying to raise $1,000 in the next 15 days or so. To help keep the doors open and to help our students out.
I am Groot.
If you have the money to donate, $5, $10, $15 would be amazing. Links in the description below. Correct, Lita?
Yes.
Also, if you can share our giving deal, we also, Lita and and our ballet mistress Gail are trying to get a video to go viral. Last I checked, it only had 72 views, which is not enough to go viral. But we have a link to it up here, hopefully somewhere as a in-car thingy. Yeah, probably towards the right-hand side of your screen, Lita. It'll be one of those little tabbies that come down from the top. If you could like and share that, you can't comment because Lita's the only one in it, and YouTube blocks comments when there's kids to keep kids safe. We'd really appreciate the help on that one. If you are in the Colorado Springs area, Lita, and you are autistic, what should you do? We are going to start pre-registration, Lita, for this winter. Here's the deal. We have some place we can move into if I get enough students. Right now, we don't have the students to justify us moving in. In the link below or in the description below is going to be a link to below on this one. It's not going to be a card. It's going to be below.
The video right here. Right here.
The video link is the video link is gone, Lita. You're like, please make it go viral. And you cannot get quick aside, real quick. We cannot get the local media to think that this is the dance studio IEP or an autistic dance studio is worth the media's attention.
We just go for national. I don't care if we piss off people.
Let's try to get, well, if we want national, we need like 1.2 million views on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. I'll link everything in the description below. January, we have teachers standing by to do more classes. We don't have the reason to move over to the studio yet until I have students. We are going to link to, I think the registration's live. If it's not live yet and you want a dance class, let us know, right, Lita? We also, I get that dance kids who are autistic may need a private lesson. Reach out to us at info@autisticwingsdancecompany.org. DM us, text us, get onto the website, let us know, and we'll see where we can fit you in on the schedule. If you're like, my child needs private lessons. Fun fact, we do not charge you nearly as much as other studios. We're going to charge you as though they're in a class. We're not charging you like $100, $200 a session and for private. Lita, I'm not even going to ask what you did. Should they reach out if they want private lessons and they're autistic?
Yes, meows, 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 kitty cats.
Okay. We are going to put the link for the Sodonsa shoelaces in the description below, just because I think you really enjoy the Sodonsa shoelaces, and we should share them with everyone, right?
Yeah.
Coming up on December 8th, we're going to do a live. It's a Sunday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I want to say Mountain Standard Time was what we said. Come join us. We're doing a online live stream where we'll probably just talk like usual on stuff. It's going to be a fundraiser, though. We can't set it up as a fundraiser yet because we don't have 10,000 subscribers, but we will have the link to the fundraiser in the description below the whole live stream. Correct, Lita? I will also probably run it across the bottom of the screen a few times. Thank you for chewing on your microphone as per usual. Friday, we have Miss April Rashford from Adulting with Autism is coming on to talk about autism. And when you have 3 autistic people with ADHD talking, the conversation kind of goes off the rails a few times, right, Lita? She's looking at me like, yes, it did, Mom. Seriously, it's a great conversation. You should listen to it. We discuss pretty much just discuss autism amongst ourselves and discuss some of the things adults need, like Autistic Wings Dance Company adult classes. Correct, Lita?
Yes, and this will be my writing for the rest of the year.
If you did not check out last Friday's podcast with Samantha Foote from Boise Music Therapy Center, go check it out. It was an amazing conversation about music therapy, and we got into letting your kids try something. Parents, I get it. You are worried about your kids disrupting, but this is autistic stuff, and you're
more annoying. Get it. Get together.
Yes.
You're more annoying. You're annoying as hell. Get together. Get your life together. You get it in your life. You're annoying as hell. Thank you very much. Stop it.
Okay, so to translate, I get it. You are scared of people judging your parenting skills because everyone seems to think currently,
I
again,
judge you're
autism.
coming in every 5 minutes.
Just let your children try something. I'm not saying they'll like dance. Let them try dance. Let them try baseball. Let them try basketball. We're not asking them to become, part of our pre-professional program, but we do have classes just to enjoy dance with kids their own age, or like I said, even private lessons if that's best for them. So Friday is Miss April. Last Friday was Miss Samantha. You should go check it out. Thanks again for joining us this Tap Tuesday. Next week, we will be back to probably a little bit more not Crazyville, right, Lita?
No.
Yeah. Well, next week is Thanksgiving week already.
We just skipped the turkey. I think at this point it is just pointless.
We're not having turkey with the three of us. We're gonna have a Cornish game hen instead of a turkey, because even with the turkey breast, it's too much for your dad, you, and I to have. Comment down in the description below. One, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment, what is your favorite color of the Eat, Sleep, Dance shoelaces, right, Lita?
Bloody vampire red. I don't care for its real name.
Okay. Also, if you happen to have a dupe for the Starbucks snowman cookies that didn't show up, what
Please,
for?
please. I can't. Gwen, snowman and the rest are the lot. Jeez.
And we have penguins galore in this state at Zeus. So, all right. Well, we will see everyone Friday, and hopefully, everyone's having a great week. All right. Say goodbye, Lita.
Bye, bye.
See y'all Friday.
Hello, thank you for watching the podcast, and please subscribe, and also look at that adorable paper if you want to subscribe for it, and also please leave a like, and don't forget, if you subscribe to our stuff, you won't miss any of our new podcast stuffies, and also did you see that adorable paper? Don't you like it?